Hey, welcome everybody. This is your host, Rockin Keto Amy, and welcome to tonight's first. Welcome to Open Mic Night. Hopefully, you can all hear me okay. Please post in the comments if you can hear and see me okay. I'm using a new software tonight, so I hope it's working because I did not test it out. Let's say hi to a few people here. The chat is already blowing up. We have Carrie. I might stay up for a little while. I have to leave the house early in the morning tomorrow for my first day at work. Well, congratulations on your new job, Carrie. And he also says, I hit the like button a trillion times, plus one. Thank you so much. And Twin Brook Acres is here. He says, hello, coming in early to beat the traffic and to get a good seat. And he also says, I'm doing some consulting work, so I'll be looking at another pewter for a while I listen to some songs that bring me back to fun times with the pretty wife. Yes. Memories are wonderful. And hope you can join us for a little bit. But thank you for stopping by. And Carrie says, I will watch a replay, not the same. I'm getting sleepy. I made it a good day today. Well, that is wonderful. And then people saying hi. And then Lynn, 22 cute cats here. Welcome, Lynn. Thank you for joining. And Carrie says, this ends my streak of not working. I've been looking for a job since the end of 2023, and now I have one. Take care, everyone. Again, good luck on your first day of work tomorrow, Carrie. Congratulations. And then he says, I will watch this tomorrow when I get off work. Michael's Adventures here. Hi, Michael. Hello. And Lynn says, look at Ricky being all on time and everything. It's open mic tonight. Do it, Twin Brook Acres, which brings up a good point. The theme of this live stream is open mic night. So I'm inviting anybody who wants to join, and I'll post the link again in the comments. Anybody who wants to join and just talk all things keto, carnivore, what's on your mind, feel free to join in. The reason why I'm having this is because I was on a part of 2 other live streams this week, and it was so much fun. I can't even tell you how much fun it was. So please feel free to click on that link and join in. Rick says, hi, Lynn. Can't find the emoji I want, so hi. And then more people saying hi. Let's see. And Rick says, I was more than on time, Lynn. I was 30 minutes early. Wanted to beat the traffic. And Lynn says, I saw that, Rick. You definitely beat all the traffic. Yes, he did. Him and Carrie were the first ones in tonight. And again, anyone wishing to be a part of the panel, go ahead and click on the link. Rick says, as always, I saved you a seat up front. And hi, Granny Boo. I've met Granny Boo in some of the other carnivore live streams, so welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Feel free to hop on camera if you'd like to join me. Okay, audio and video is good. Wonderful. Glad to hear that the new live streaming software I'm using is working. Well, hello, Brian. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. And then more people saying hi. And here again is the live stream. If you want to come on, don't be shy. Charlie at Darth Carnivore is here. Come on in. Okay, so we do have a joiner. Let me figure out how to add him. It's Lewis. Hey. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
It's funny. I'm hearing you through the computer, which is interesting. So, that's okay though. I can hear you. Let
Well,
me.
you've never had to talk to anyone before, so this is
No,
something
this is brand new software. So uh, I tried a different software earlier in the week, and it just wasn't working. So um,
well, this is very fancy. Lo- lots of stuff going on. The skyline, the sky.
this is what
You,
$7.50 a month will get you.
you were busy. You were like, add this, add this, add this.
Yes, yes.
Very cool.
I work in IT, so I'm very computer. What do you call it?
Sure.
I'm a little bit computer soft or tech savvy.
Savvy.
So
Good.
the only thing I can't figure out is why I can't hear you through my headphones, which is weird.
See in the browser if there's like a separate audio out. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I can go into the. That's a good point. I can go into the volume mixer here and see what's going on. Interesting. So, are you having a good day?
Yeah, so far so good. Can't complain. I'm trying to see if I'm able to see to participate in the chat. I don't think I can from the
You
software.
may have to go. You may have to open another. If you're on your computer, you may have to open another browser
Yeah.
with YouTube and just mute it. So,
Oh, here I see. It says here sending messages is only supported for hosts. Okay. All right. There's no problem.
oh,
Yeah.
I
No.
wonder
Yeah.
if I can
I have
change
YouTube
it.
open.
Probably because I'm only paying $7.50 a month for this, so it looks fancy, but it's not.
That is perfectly. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. I can make it work. So yeah, my day was good. I worked last night. In a past life I was an event photographer.
Oh,
So every now and then I come out of retirement and when they need me for something like they have no one else, they have an extra party or whatever. I'll so yeah, I worked last night until 12:30 in the morning.
wow.
I usually am in bed by 9. And up at 5. So I got to bed late last night. It was a good wedding though. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, so I slept in this morning. I got, I asked my wife. I usually feed the cats in the morning, so she took care of the cats this morning. She let me sleep in, and yeah, my when I don't get up early and do like my movement in the morning and stuff, and like I'm usually outside during sunrise and everything. My whole day just feels like, I did nothing today. I don't even know. Talking about your step count. I don't even know how many. I probably don't even have 3,000 steps today, but it's okay.
Well, who was it? It was Andy from Mission Carnivore challenged a bunch of us to do 10,000 steps a day. And so I used to lift weights, which is what I really like to do. But then I went back to school. And so working a full time job and, being in school, what gave was working out at the gym. So I really
Yeah.
haven't exercised in like 2 years, like nothing. Like I don't haven't done
Wow.
anything. So this was a perfect challenge for me to get me moving again. And so my husband's always like, you need to move. You're gonna be like you're gonna be like your mom. You're gonna be sedentary and not doing anything and crippled. And I'm like, no, no. But so this was like the perfect challenge for me. And I am very competitive. So if someone says you got to do this, like my knee hurt a couple days, and I was pushing through like getting on the treadmill, walking, just because I'm that
Yeah, so
competitive.
I was gonna ask, are you doing most of your steps indoors on the treadmill, or are you going outside? Like, what are you doing, or both?
Well, so we had a 4th of July party, and so the treadmill was put up, so I couldn't use it before the 4th of July. So I was walking around the block. But then I almost got attacked by a dog, like this dog that was kind of vicious. So then, like, after the 4th of July, I'm like, nah, I'm doing the treadmill. And then I also have my friend, we're housing her Peloton. So I have this very expensive bike, and she
Mm,
said go ahead and use it because I can't use it right now. So I have used the Peloton a couple of times,
okay, good.
and I wear my Fitbit on my ankle. So I get steps that way too. So it's either on
Okay,
the
good.
treadmill or on the bike.
On the bike. All right, cool.
I prefer to walk outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk in a little while. I was waiting for the sun to set a little bit and for it to get a little cooler. Today in New York, it was very humid, and it was just like a hot New York day, summer day. Yesterday was so cool and there was a breeze. It was like really nice, but today's a little bit hotter. So I was waiting for it to go down a little bit, and then I was gonna do a probably 3 mile walk. We'll see. I haven't done anything today yet. So usually I wake up in the morning and I ride my bike at sunrise, but I didn't do it today. So that's it. Who else is
Awesome.
joining?
I don't know.
Come on, this is the
Charlie's
first
gonna.
open mic.
This is my
Okay,
first
good.
one. I had to get
I know
special
that's why I'm here.
software.
I was like, I have to, yeah, I have to, put that
Oh wait, hold
750 to
on.
good use.
There's some more. There's some more people here.
Oh,
I'm okay. I'm not used to this software, so bear with me, everybody, because this is different than what I normally do. There's so many chats here I didn't see. I don't. I don't like the software at all. Hold on. Let me find out where I was.
do you have two
Uh,
monitors?
I do, but it's all on one. So
Yeah.
like the chat, yeah, I have three. Actually, I have three monitors. Okay, here we
Oh,
are. All right, here we are. Oh no, so he thought it was an open night mic for singing. No, I am a
I mean, we
singer.
we we can sing too, but
I'm
whatever
a
you want.
singer, but I am very like I have anxiety about singing in front of people, which is weird because I've been
Okay.
singing for 30 years, which is why I didn't sing on Russ's channel the other night when he was singing. I didn't even mention it. Oh, Aaron is here. Hi, Aaron. Welcome, Booby. Oh, hey, Aaron, look what I'm wearing. I have your shirt. It says Booby Goats on it. Bacon greater than beer. Booby Goats.
Oh wow,
I
I
love this
didn't see
shirt
that. That's
because
cute.
my husband and all his friends, they
Drink
like
beer.
craft beer.
Yeah.
So I figured I would buy this and wear it the next time they all come over and drink beer, just to like maybe get a rise out of them. And Sean Bradley's in the house. Welcome, Sean. Feel free to come on screen if you want to. I
Amy, I've
can
been
only.
seeing you. I've been seeing you in all the live streams. You're in the chat of every single one. Whenever I pop into one of them, you're always there.
I'm
You jumped.
trying. And
You jumped into this carnivore community really good.
what's interesting about that is, so I've been doing keto for like 7 years, right?
Yeah.
But it was just me and my sister who got me into keto. And I watched maybe Dr. Barry. I watched Maria Emmerich. I maybe started watching Kiltz and Chafee and all the big carnivore doctors, just because I thought their content was interesting. And I believed in carnivore for so long. I just didn't think I needed it because I was successful on keto. I'm like, why would
Yeah.
I need to make that jump? But then lately, well, going back to October, I went to Keto Palooza and I met Dustin and I met Dr. Barry and Maria Emmerich and all these people, but they just like embraced me into the community. They made me part of the community. And now I'm meeting all these people in the carnivore community, and they're like, you guys are all embracing me into this community. And I'm like, where the heck have I been for 7 years? I've just been kind of like doing this on my own. I didn't even
And
know there was like
and
a world.
and the truth is it's okay if you eat keto sometimes. It's okay.
I suspect
It's
what's
okay.
going to happen is because I have
You can
not
dip.
been
You
feeling.
can dip in and out of carnivore. It's fine. It's fine. You can you can have a carnivore meal one day. That's it. Bacon and eggs for breakfast. It's a keto meal.
I
So
suspect what's going to happen with me is I'm going to be strict for like between 30 and 90 days
mhm.
just to see,
What
because
happened?
I've been so exhausted. Like two weeks in a row, I couldn't even get out of bed on Sunday to go to church. Like I couldn't even move. I was paralyzed. I think it's hormones. I'm pushing 50, so I think it's my age, but I'm just paralyzed. And I'm like, I hear all of you guys talk about this amazing energy, and when I first started keto, oh, we got Charlie. Hold on, let me add him in here. Yay,
Hey,
Charlie's there.
Hey,
It's
We can
funny
see
where
you right.
Charlie is in the picture. He's right in the middle of the buildings.
I
In
know,
between
right?
the buildings.
Go like this. Go like this.
You need to like scale up the building or something.
Yep. Oh, other way. Other way. There we go.
I wasn't sure how this was gonna work. I picked this fancy overlay, but
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
so yeah, I've been hearing all of you carnivores talk about this amazing super strength energy, and I'm like, man, I really love my vegetables and I love my tomato sauce, as we talked. But I'm like, you know what I don't love is being exhausted all the time. And I'm like, maybe I just need to try it. And I even gave up cheese, which I said, you can take everything away from me, but not my cheese. But you know what? I've
You
not
did give up
had like,
cheese? You did give it up? You gave up cheese?
yeah, I have not
Yeah.
had any cheese in 14 days. And you know what? I'm using butter instead. I'm like, you know what? Butter's
Butter's great.
freaking I'm just eating butter randomly. Like I am having cravings, but it's not like
Did
cravings
you
for
ever
anything.
eat butter before like that or no? No. Like just eat butter?
I would
Like
eat cheese like that. I would every
Mm.
time I pass the fridge, I'd get in there and get a piece of cheese out and just. And now I'm doing that with butter. Like I'm like, okay, I'm not having cravings for anything specific. Like I'm not having sweet cravings. I'm not having cravings for cheese. Every once in a while, though, I'm like, I'm snacky. Like I'm still snacky. Like I pass the fridge and I'm like, I'm hungry for something. So what I do is I just take the butter out and I cut off a couple pieces and I just eat it. And then I'm good for a while.
Yeah. No, that's
I
pretty
should be
good.
fasting, but I'm like too much at one time. Let me just do this.
I
And
I was like a cereal faster, and I think I fasted too much. So now uh starting in May, I said no more fasting. Like I was doing like 48 hours, 72 hours like every week. And it came to the point where I could only maintain my weight if I did that. And that I like to eat. Like I want to eat. So I said to myself in starting in May, I said no more extended fasting. I still do my 18 hours or whatever it might be. I do 2 meals a day, and yeah, I'm doing good. I feel much. I lost weight doing Lion Diet in June, so
yeah,
Nice.
and I'm eating every day. So I will fast again because I love fasting. I think it's really really good. But for right now, I'm just kind of maybe fasting will be like a winter thing. We'll see. I don't know.
yeah, I was doing the protein sparing modified fasting and an
No.
OMAD on those days. And so what I love about carnivore now, I lost 8 pounds last week and I've gained 3 of those pounds back. But I'm also
What
getting
did you do?
exercise in. What I do?
Just eat meat?
I'm just eating meat and eggs and butter. But remember, I'm kind of, I don't want to say workout. It's not workout like Charlie works out, but I'm like moving and exercise. So maybe it's some muscle from, I was atrophied. I wasn't doing anything for 2 years. So even
Yeah.
just walking on a treadmill can build some muscle, not a lot, but, and honestly,
It's always depressing when I look at my Apple Watch after I ride my bike for like 10 miles. How many calories it says you burn? It's like nothing. It's like I can go inside and triple that, right, in an instant. So I don't know if it's the exercise. You know, I don't know what it was.
exercise
Yeah.
does not help you lose weight
No, it's
because
good for you,
bef-
but
8 or 9 years ago, I was 260 pounds fat, 260 pounds. And I was like, I'm never going on a diet again. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to go to the gym and work out for 3 hours. And I would do the elliptical and these stair climber things for 2 hours. And I would burn 2,000 calories, right? And then I would come home and eat 3,000 calories, plate of nachos at 10 o'clock at night after I work. I'm like, I can eat whatever I want because I'm working out, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
It does. Nope. I still was putting on weight. That does exercise does. The only thing exercise does, and Charlie can probably confirm this, is it makes you stronger. It helps your bones. It makes you feel better. But as far as, and then I ruined my
Your
hip.
metabolism.
Yep, I ruined my hip and then had to have 2 surgeries. And I couldn't even move without a physical therapist for 2 years. And that's when I lost all my weight. I wasn't even doing anything, is when I lost all my weight. So my viewpoint on exercise, you need exercise. And Charlie can speak to this. You need exercise, but you need it to make you strong. And you need it to, make your bones strong and make yourself stronger so that, you're healthier, but it's not going to help you. My opinion is you can't outrun a bad diet. That's my opinion. You can't outrun outrun a bad diet.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Charlie?
You can, but yeah, it catches up with you eventually.
Yeah, you definitely can't outrun a bad diet. So part of my story is that, when I first did keto back in 2010, 2011, I would have like a cheat meal once every week or once every other week. And then I would exercise like a beast in the gym, doing a lot of racquetball, a lot of weightlifting, just to kind of compensate for that. And it worked for a while. I lost 150 pounds, kept it off for a year. But it eventually caught up, So, I thought I was the exception there, and in the long run, I was not. So, but how I view exercise now that I don't really do cheat meals is, it's fun. I'm not doing it out of guilt or to make up for a bad meal or anything like that. I feel kind of like a kid playing on the playground. Hey, it's fun. It's kind of amazing what the body can do if you fuel it right. The recovery is really good. So, I exercise almost every day. This morning I got in 4,500 steps playing 5 games of racket, pretty intense racquetball, which was, a lot of fun. And, I'm not sore. So I think of exercise as it helps you to make living easier. Right. So you're doing your squats and stuff like that. It helps you do normal movements in everyday life just a lot easier. So that's why you exercise, not necessarily to lose weight.
And as we age, I think, they talk about the importance of having muscle and, being able to get up off the floor, like basic, like I think that's kind of what Charlie's referring to, just kind of living life. And if you don't have that as you get much older, then it's not good.
Yeah.
And I think I heard somewhere where people who move and exercise just have a better chance at I don't know, thriving as they're older, especially women. Like, to beat osteoporosis, the best way to beat osteoporosis is lifting weights. That's why I like lifting weights. And honestly, I gave up. I'm like, I've always hated cardio. When I played volleyball growing up, they used to make us run miles. And I come from a family of runners, but I was a volleyball player and I hated running. And so it's just like, why was I doing 2 hours of cardio to never lose weight just to go eat like a plate of nachos that was going to make me gain weight? Okay, we got another joiner, guys. Wow, this is so exciting. Yeah. All right, we have Paul. Let me see if I can rearrange this somehow so we can see everybody. This is wild. There we go. We can see everybody now. Hi, Paul. I get to meet you on camera. So, for those of you who don't know Paul, he is like my idol. He is a professional sand volleyball player, which would have been my dream had I not quit, when I went to college. But he's rocking it, man. You are about my age, and you're still playing professional sand volleyball. That's amazing. So, Paul, what did you eat today? Okay, Paul doesn't have any sound.
Okay, wait.
He said he was trying to fix his audio.
All right.
I'm getting Charlie, double sound.
Oh, you have YouTube open.
Okay.
Go over to YouTube.
Yeah, mute YouTube.
Yeah, just click the little
okay. I just closed YouTube.
Oh, yep. Perfect. So now you're back with us.
Okay.
What'd you eat today?
Grilled pork chops and a salad.
Awesome. Charlie, what'd you eat today?
Smoked beef ribs, a ribeye steak, some eggs, and hot dogs.
And what'd you eat today, Lewis?
This morning, I should say, I meal prepped and I smoked 12 burger patties for the week, and I ate
I have
2
to
of
try
them.
that.
They're delicious. And then for dinner, I made skirt steak. So I had some skirt steak, which was good. And I'm actually Charlie, I'm gonna smoke some beef ribs tomorrow. So they're in the fridge.
That's awesome. I had leftover. I couldn't finish all my dinner last night, so I had for lunch. I had some leftover scrambled eggs. I had leftover liver burger because I did grind up the burger with liver, and it's really good actually.
Oh, great!
And then I had one chicken skin because I wanted to see. I fried up some chicken skins, and I wanted to see if they were still crispy the next day, and they are actually still pretty good the next day.
Okay.
And then for dinner, I had one hamburger patty. I wasn't even hungry for dinner, but I'm like, I got to force myself to eat, right? To get in enough food on carnivore. So I had 4 over medium eggs, a hamburger patty, and 2 pieces of bacon with tons of butter on all of that. And tomorrow, I found a picanha and I found a tri-tip, and I bought them both. And someone said not to smoke them, but I'm seeing where you can smoke them. So I'm going to get the smoker out early in the morning before work and throw them in there. And I'm going to smoke them because I want to see which one tastes better. So I'm going to do them both at the same time. Because that's the only way you can find out if something is better than the other thing, is to do it both at the same time and have a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yep.
I tried to smoke a picanha like it was a brisket, and it didn't work. So I don't know. So
I've only cooked picanha in the air fryer and in the oven. I've never done it in the smoker. Not yet.
When you say like a brisket, Charlie, did you mean you smoked it for like 20 hours?
Yeah, at like 225 maximum smoke for that long, and yeah, it just didn't turn out good. So I'm gonna wait till you try your picanha experiment before I experiment with picanha again, because it's
a little bit. It was like, I think it was $11.99 a pound.
Yep.
And then the tri-tip was $10.99 a pound. So it's not real cheap, but it's also not the most expensive thing you could buy.
Hey, Lewis, when you smoke your burgers, what temperature do you smoke it at, and for how long? And is it frozen or fresh, burgers?
So the burgers I had were fresh, and from the refrigerator, and I smoked them at 225, highest smoke setting. And last time I did it, I smoked them for like 35 minutes, and the outsides got pretty brown, but then they were very rare inside, which they actually ended up being pretty good. And then I hit them with the torch a little bit just to kind of crisp them up a little bit. Today I smoked them for closer to an hour, and they were still pink on the inside, and they were good. So they were pretty good. So
now, were they more like quarter-pound patties, third-pound patties, or?
I would say probably third.
Third, okay.
Yeah, they were from the supermarket. Just the pack that you buy. They were on sale, buy one get one free. So I stocked up a little bit.
Yeah.
One of these times I'll get off my duff and go get a smoker.
So the one that I have, we've had it for like 15 years. It's a Masterbuilt, and it's just a basic. It was like a $200 smoker, and I really want one that I can drop the chips from my phone, because you have to manually go in and put chips in it. And so like if you do a brisket, you have to get up every couple of hours through the night, and it's a pain and it's exhausting to do, because I usually start my brisket at 6 p.m. the night before if you want to eat at like 2 or 3 p.m. the next day, right? Because it's like a 20-hour or more process. At least it has been in my experience. And all my friends are always like, you need to smoke a brisket. I'm like, no, because that means like 2 days of like not sleeping. I'm like, no. So, but I really would like one of those like $1,200 deals where you can just like press the button on your phone and it drops more pellets in. But that's what you have, Charlie. of course.
Yeah, it's called the GE Indoor Profile. It's a smoking appliance, essentially, just because I'm the only one that.
That's the one I have. I have that too.
Yeah. Oh, it is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, It's an indoor smoker. It's an indoor
Yep.
smoker. My wife found it on sale. Did you get it when it was on sale?
Yeah, I got it for
Lowe's?
like $600 or something like that, which is like
Yeah.
really cheap for it.
We
But
bought it. We bought it for 600, and then it dropped to 500.
oh,
So we
dang,
brought the receipt to Lowe's, and they actually refunded us the $100, which was nice.
nice.
And then it went even lower, but they were like, "No, get out of here." It was like online only or something like that. No, we paid $4.99. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's great. It's not that big. Obviously, you can only fit so much
Mhm.
in there. But Charlie, you know what I'm working with. You can see how I was easily able to fit 3 racks of 4 burgers each, and it came
Yeah.
out great. Yeah.
What is this thing called? A G? I'm gonna have to Google
It's
this
the
later.
indoor. It's GE indoor. It's GE Profile indoor
Mhm.
smart smoker. It connects to Wi-Fi,
Yep.
and it has a temperature probe. It has I think I think it will smoke nonstop for like what 4 hours, 6 hours without you.
Oh, a lot longer. Yeah.
There is a point where it thinks that maybe the pellets ran out and it will like
Oh,
make you
yeah.
push the button again. But what's nice about it is since it's like a indoor appliance, is like if I'm smoking something, I can run to the super. I'm not afraid that it's gonna
Mhm.
like burn the house down. I run out, run an errand, go to a store, come back, it's still smoking. It's really great. Yeah. It's expensive. I think the
Yeah.
MSRP is $1,000, which I would not
Right.
pay. I mean, I can't say that, but I wouldn't own it if it was $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it because my beef ribs were smoking while I was playing racquetball. So when I got back, it was already
Exactly.
done.
Yep. I'm gonna
I
do
didn't
Yeah.
have
this
to.
tomorrow.
I
I
didn't
can't
have to
wait.
babysit the smoker at all. It was just on my phone, and I knew it
Mhm.
was keeping it warm for me when I got home. So,
Yep.
but yeah.
I'm gonna say hi
I
to a few
do.
people. Oh,
Go for it.
sorry. We
No,
got
go.
Tanya, Meathead stopped by. We've got Brian, Fly Fisherman Dish. Dustin at Keto Simple stopped in. Dustin, feel free to come on screen. I can get up to 6 people on here if you want to hop in. Anyway, I just wanted to say hi to those people. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just want to know about the beef ribs. What did you do it for 225?
225 for at least 3 hours, like between 3 and 5 hours, and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, ChatGPT said between 4.5 and 6 hours. So I was gonna
I will say that if
around
you
5.
smoke it longer than the 5 hours, it gets really tough.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
The beef ribs do,
Hmm.
because I have a couple. I have a couple beef ribs because I bought my own ribeyes at. They always have ribeyes on sale at the holidays, and it comes with the beef ribs. So I cut those off,
Yep.
put them aside, and put them in the in the freezer. So I may try. Oh, Aaron says nice shirt. I have Aaron's bacon over beer shirt on. That's funny. So yeah, I should try to smoke those too. Oh, we got Just Jason Keto here too. So, do you have a smoker, Paul? Have you smoked any food?
No, I was saying before I got to get off my duff and get one. I saw you do your video with the pork belly, so I'm familiar with the one you've got, Amy.
Yeah, the Masterbuilt is, I mean, it's a basic smoker, but it fits a lot of meat in there.
Right.
And I obviously I listed that one because, in case someone can't go out and afford a $1,000 smoker, I put that one in there because it was similar to the one that I used in the video. And honestly, I have had to have that smoker for 12 years. I bought it for my husband as a gift, and he never uses it. I'm the one who cooks. I also bought him a commercial grade grill that's hooked into our gas. And guess who cooks on that too? He gets all of these fancy gifts, and I'm the one that uses them, but it's okay. So yeah, I highly recommend. I would, if I would do it again, I would get one of the fancier pellet smokers that are Wi-Fi enabled. But I'm probably not gonna get rid of this one because it works. And most of the things that I smoke take less than 6 hours, so it's a daytime thing, and I'm usually home anyway. So the brisket is the only thing that's
Do you work from home?
I do. I work from home every day but Tuesday. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, I'm at home. So like tomorrow I work, but I'm going to get up early, heat up the smoker, throw it in there, and I can take quick breaks to go check on it and add pellets. It's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm very blessed in that regard.
See, my caveat is always I want food and I want food now, and I don't want to wait the time that it takes to smoke. So, that's one of the reasons why I've never gone out to get a smoker. It's just I don't think I would utilize it.
That makes
It does
sense.
it takes planning and preparation. I have to I already know I'm smoking the ribs tomorrow, and now I know based on Charlie's feedback what time they should be on if I want to have dinner at 4 o'clock. So yeah.
That brings up a good point, because that's one thing. That's probably the biggest benefit of carnivore that I found is I was always making all these fancy keto recipes, and I'm so busy. I work a full-time job. I sing in 2 choirs. I take care of a 93-year-old with dementia. My 80-year-old parents live next door. I just feel like, and that could be why I feel like I can't get out of bed in the morning. Just maybe it's all hitting me all at once, and I'm turning 50, and and I'm always trying to etch out time to meal prep and make all these fancy keto meals just because I like them. And I found, you know what? Just making eggs in 2 minutes and throwing frozen hamburger patties in the air fryer for 15 minutes, like, this is easy and it's good. And then like the meal prep is just frying up 2 pounds of bacon, and that will last me 3 or 4 days, So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's like the biggest benefit of carnivore is like it's easy. And I don't have to measure macros. I don't have to.
And do you eat meat cold, leftovers? I love it.
Like bacon,
Like,
and I
make
ate
burger
that.
patties cold. Perfect.
I've never eaten a burger patty
Ground
cold.
beef cold. It's great.
I think I could. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like such a food addict that I could probably walk by the ground, and if there was a piece of food, I could be like a bird and eat like somebody's leftover food off the ground. I
definitely find that leftover meat never goes bad. Like, it always gets eaten.
I ate a
Versus
cold chicken
vegetables.
skin.
Yeah.
I didn't heat up that chicken skin. I just popped that in my mouth today. It was good. Meat chip, And
So
I didn't know.
my food prep this week was I got out the Blackstone griddle. I got the 18-pack of 1/3 pound frozen beef patties from Costco, I think like 75% lean. Cooked all that up, cooked some bacon for myself and my dog, because my 20-pound mini golden doodle also does carnivore with me. So it's just easier for me to make the same food as her. And that'll last us through till about Thursday before I need to cook again. So
That's awesome. Yeah. We have a question here. Sean is asking, what do you think about Maria Emmerich trying to gain weight? So,
don't spoil the video. I haven't watched it yet.
I watched it, and I've met Maria Emmerich. She knows who I am. She's posted me on her channel. She is one of the first people responsible for. She's one of the ones that I've made her recipes from the very beginning, and I have high respect for her. But my personal opinion is everybody goes through their own struggles. Nobody is perfect. She's a very thin person. She's lost a ton of weight. She started out like me, very heavy. But everybody goes on their own journey. And I think she feels she needs to gain weight. She wants to gain weight. If I don't have an opinion on whether she's too thin for her frame or not, that's not for me to judge somebody else's body. I think if she wants to gain weight, she should try to gain weight. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I haven't watched the video yet, but I saw it come up in my feed. She's very strong.
She is.
So it's not like she's frail and in any way. So
No,
Yeah,
she,
I mean,
she was talking about being on a rowing team and whatnot. So she's very thin, and I've heard a lot of mean people get on her channel and kind of body shame her for being thin. And honestly, I don't really
I mean,
participate in that. I don't.
she is super thin.
Yeah.
Like she's very thin, but she's strong, and she's
Right.
vibrant and energetic and
She has
wonderful.
energy.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
She wouldn't.
whatever.
She wouldn't be able to do all the things she could do if she
Right.
wasn't healthy.
Right.
So, I mean, that's kind of my opinion on that. I don't know if anyone else has a thought.
Well,
Yeah, I saw the video clip. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion. I guess I'm just like, hey, more power to you, and hopefully she does well in that journey. I think she was kind of expressing some frustration that when she chooses to gain weight, she doesn't get to choose where it goes necessarily. She wants it in like her face or something like that. But it's kind of like going in the reverse direction. When you want to lose weight, you don't get to choose where the fat comes from, and I guess the reverse is true
Same thing.
too.
Yeah.
So.
And it's funny you bring that up because I've lost 8 pounds and then I gained like 3 back or whatever. I don't even, honestly, it's starting to clear my mind and being like obsessed with the scale. The carnivore is, I think. Like everyone's like, don't worry about the scale. Don't worry about the scale. And that's starting to sink in with me because I'm kind of like Maria. She says she over abuses the scale. And I've always been that way too. Like I always want to make sure I'm under a certain weight. But honestly, I put 3 pounds back on, but I don't feel inflamed. Like my belly gets big when I feel
3
like
pounds
that.
could be normal water weight fluctuation.
It could be my cycle. It could be water weight. It could be that I'm hopping on the treadmill more and getting some exercise. And like I said, I don't think walking and doing the Peloton is going to build a ton of muscle. But when you've been stagnant for 2 years, you're going to put some muscle, like a little bit of muscle on it. You haven't been doing anything.
And I don't really go by the scale, but I go by, hey, do my work pants look and feel like they're supposed to? Do my shirts fit like they're supposed to? And then I'm like, well, I wonder what, where that weight went. Maybe it's muscle mass, maybe it's, just water, like Lewis is saying. Who knows? But the scale tells you a number, and we play games with ourselves interpreting what that means or doesn't mean. So
I have a smart scale, and I weigh it myself every day, but I don't look every day. I don't look at the number. So I get the data. I get the data in the cloud, right, in the app. So if I want to look at the data, I have it, and I think right now I'll look at my weight once a month. That's a pretty good thing. So I get the best of both worlds.
Paul, you've never had a weight issue, right? So do you weigh yourself?
Not really. I mean, when I go to the endocrinologist, they do the weigh-in, but
at the doctor's office.
I've always been between 150 and 155. So yeah, no, for me, it's all about the type 1 management.
Cool.
Yeah, that is interesting. I wish I could say I understand diabetes, and I try to listen to all of the streams and all of the information. And you follow that one doctor. You were following the one doctor who just passed away a while ago. What was his name?
Dr. Bernstein.
Dr. Bernstein.
Yeah.
Yes, and he sounded amazing. Like
was.
if you followed him, I feel like you could you could figure it out.
Yeah, totally.
But
what's your A1C, Paul?
I'm sorry?
What was your last A1C?
4.6.
Better than mine.
Yeah, that's better than mine.
4.6?
I've been between 4.4 and 4.9 for the last 7 years.
Jeez.
So, but when I was
can't get below
diagnosed, I was 14.4.
Oh, wow.
And my blood sugar was 495-ish fasting.
Whoa.
How old were you when you got diagnosed with type 1?
44.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Mine came after because it's an autoimmune disease, it can hit you at any time, anywhere, for any reason. Mine came on after my 4th sports surgery. So I've had 2 ACL surgeries, left rotator and then the right rotator. And after the right rotator, that's what kicked off the autoimmune.
Okay, wow.
And then it was 2 years,
Um,
2 years symptomatic and 2 years misdiagnosed and undiagnosed. And I got down, and you want to talk about weight loss, I got down to 109 soaking wet because my body kept cannibalizing itself and nobody could figure out what was going on.
They did no insulin.
Right. And it wasn't until about a year and almost 2 years that they finally did a blood sugar test on me.
Wow.
So, Paul, just to be sure, like I always kind of use this as an example of where calories in, calories out depends on like certain contexts. Like if your body doesn't produce insulin, you can eat all the calories you want and never gain weight. And
True.
it sounds like you were going through some of that with your condition, right? At some point.
Yeah. I mean, because at the time, I diabetes never really entered my mind, even though I was symptomatic with peeing all the time and had the thirst. I had never heard of anybody, and because I didn't lead the lifestyle of what I perceived to be type 2 at the time. I wasn't stagnant with my activity. I wasn't overweight. And again, these are just conceptions that I had back in the day, whereas I know a whole lot more about type 1 and type 2 now. So I never really even thought about diabetes. So I was just eating, and, whatever. And I just kept losing weight. I'm like, okay, let's eat more. And then I started getting the dizziness, which is why I was diagnosed with benign positional vertigo. Then with the weight loss, I had just gotten back from Australia. So they thought I caught parasites down there, and it was just a whole crap show. So, and then I finally got the true diagnosis when I went into an endocrinologist, and she took a look at me, and I mean, Maria Emmerich had nothing on me. I was like totally gaunt and frail, and you could like bend me over a bench and I would have broken in half. And yeah, she just took a look at me and she's like, "You're type 1. You need to go to emergency now." So.
Wow.
And at that time, were you still eating carbs at that time?
At the time, I was never a huge carb eater, but yeah, I mean, I was eating carbs, not the sweet. I was always into the savory stuff. So, like potatoes and breads and things like that. But yeah, right upon the diagnosis, I was still eating carbs because, again, diabetes. Well, I take that back. I was misdiagnosed with having type 2 3 months prior to the true diagnosis. So I'd given up carbs 3 months before the actual diagnosis.
Cool.
All right.
And you guys are all doing carnivore now, whereas back in 2017, I did carnivore for nearly a year with a friend of mine in Canada. Took a look at her. We were talking one day, and we were like, thinking about trying carnivore for about a year. She's like, "Yeah, me too." I'm like, "All right, let's do it." She made it 9 months, and I made it to 11 months. So,
oh, nice.
Wow.
I wish I found out about it that long ago.
I was just craving salads and avocados so much, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have one salad. Yeah, one turned into the rest of the week, and never made it to 12 months.
Yeah.
You had to say avocado, didn't you? I think that's probably the one thing I missed. But like Lewis said, though, so what I envision doing with this, today's my 14-day carniversary. 14 days.
Carniversary.
But what I envision is, I want to see if I can get that energy that everybody's talking about and just feel better from that. And so I think I've really got to give it 30, 60, 90 days strict. Yeah. And then, like I said, today's the first day. Like the last 2 Sundays, I could not get out of bed. I was paralyzed. It took me forever to get out of bed. And I'm like, this isn't like me. I'm usually a ball of energy. And so I feel like I got to maybe go longer than 30 days. And then I envision myself maybe twice a month eating one of my favorite keto meals, or maybe once a week.
Are you feeling better now? Are you feeling more energy now? Starting to get better?
I feel like I still feel this. Yeah, I still feel like this exhaustion creeping, right? But this morning I was able to get up and go to church. And like, oh my gosh, I got up and I took a shower and put clothes on. And every day for work, I'm like, I have to force myself. And I work from home. So it's not like I have to
go far,
put makeup on or anything. Yeah, or wash my hair or anything. I just like take a shower.
Turn the camera off when someone calls you on Teams.
Yeah, I don't use it. What's funny is I use the camera for this, but I don't use the camera for work because I'm like, that's mostly because I don't want them to see the the bad faces I make when the other people say stuff that I don't like, but because I can't control my facial expressions. But so I don't use the camera for work, but I use the camera for this. But it's like lately I've been like, one day I woke up late, which never happens. I'm like, I just slept through my alarm. I mean, like something was happening. I'm like, this isn't normal for me. And so I feel like today, though, I'm like, oh my gosh. And even yesterday, I wanted to sleep in a little bit. I'm like, something's happening. I might be turning a corner. I don't know if like 14 days is too soon, but I do feel a little bit better.
Although you were keto, maybe you still had to do some adapting. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. When I felt the same way when I gave up coffee, but it was only for a few days. It wasn't for 2 weeks. So maybe that was that.
I need to back off the coffee too. I mean, 80 ounces or like 2 pots is kind of a lot of coffee, and that might be causing my exhaustion issues too.
Sounds perfect for me. You can pass it over, Amy.
Yeah, I hate saying that because I'm like, but it seems like the more tired I get, the more coffee I try to intake to offset how terrible I'm, how exhausted I'm feeling. And this is so weird because the first several years I did keto, I had this abundant energy. And I hate to even bring this up, but ever since 2019, 2020, we all know what happened there, right? We all know what happened. And between getting a shot and getting COVID 7 times, who's to say I don't have some long COVID? I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if that's a real thing. I don't know. All I know is something's happening and I don't have energy and I don't know what the cause of it is. I probably should get my hormones checked again. And maybe the fasting was doing it to me too,
Are you still doing the 10,000 steps, Amy?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. And I think that's helping. Except for my right knee. My right knee, I think I was atrophied so much. I don't think I have an injury. I think that my muscles in my knee were just like not developed. So I'm having some right knee pain. But that's starting to get better too.
Are you taking electrolytes?
Yes. Yes, I am. Hold on. The sun, it's been cloudy all day and the sun just decided to come out.
I see it.
So I'm hiding from it.
You're gonna have a tan on half your face.
I'm trying to hide from it so you guys can see me okay. But so electrolytes. I have switched off of the flavored electrolytes because I don't want anything sweet,
Nice.
anything, that could affect anything. I want it to be totally clean for at least 30 days. We'll see, maybe longer. So I'm either doing clean, slight, salty, and I made my own electrolytes. And I'm mostly doing my own electrolytes unless I need to take them in my purse.
And then you bring it
Yep. So, and I'm trying to do 1 to 2 servings a day. There have been a couple days I have not done them because let's be honest, like the sweet ones taste way better than just the regular ones.
I like the salty ones now. I like the plain. I've learned to like it. But have you put salt in your coffee?
Yes. And I put butter in my coffee, salt in my coffee, and I do use what is that? Iodine drops. Sure. Do you guys use iodine drops at all?
Yep.
I do. 4 drops, 2%.
Yeah, so Coach. Yeah, I do too, and I don't even measure them. I just like put some in. I mean, I don't put a whole bunch in, but I mean, I just put some in, and then some days I forget to put them in.
Yeah, don't take too much.
I've been doing that for a long time. I've been doing iodine for a long time. So, I don't know. Yeah, Dr. Barry says you'll just pee them out if you take too much, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you guys think on that. Let's see what we got going on in chat here.
It's funny because I never thought I would like the plain electrolytes, and I actually do. but it's like certain times of day do I like them. Like late at night, if I want something cold to drink, I'll grab one of the clean slates or one of the unflavored ones that I still have left from Element.
Hmm. I when I gave up coffee for like a week or so, I was drinking hot water with unflavored electrolytes in it, just to have that like kind of hot drink kind of ritual in the morning.
Yeah.
It was good.
I could drink hot water. Now, here's another thing that's a plant that I'm still ingesting, which is uh, my yerba mate tea. So I'm doing coffee and I'm doing yerba mate tea. I know it's a plant, so that's probably not totally clean, but it's not.
How strict are you trying to be, Amy?
I don't really know. I'm trying to just get rid of cheese. I'm not even using spices.
Right.
So just meat, eggs, butter,
Salt.
no cheese, salt,
Yeah.
no spices. The only two
Couple-
things that are a plant that I'm
Right.
drinking are tea
You're like
and
at about
coffee.
a level 2, level 3 then.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
There's
fine.
levels.
Well, the only reason I know the levels is because when Maria Emmerich and Craig started their carnivore group, they listed out the 4 levels. I was like, I was already doing my own thing with carnivore at that time, so it was like, okay, cute, nice levels, whatever. So level 1 is like the strict meat, salt, water. 2, you start adding maybe a couple plants. 3 and 4, you're into the spices and stuff like that. So I don't look at any one as more superior than the other. I was just wondering how strict you were trying to be.
Yeah, for now, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Meat, eggs, butter, and then my 2 drinks that I drink. And no, nothing. I do have like behind me a case of Spindrift, I think it's called, and sparkling water, but they have flavors in them, so I don't want to do those because I don't know if they're sweet at all or not. And actually, Charlie, I should probably try that other carnivore bar after
Yeah.
30 or 60 days of carnivore because
Yeah.
it tasted like crap at the meetup to me, but I just had desserts. I had keto desserts. So I'm thinking maybe after 30 days of strict carnivore, it might taste better.
Yeah, I like the carnivore bars. It's just kind of pricey, so I was happy to receive some free ones that
Yeah.
people didn't want the salted version. So yeah. And then in
I've
terms of
never tried them.
the levels of carnivore, I sometimes use pepper, so I'm out of the running for Carnivore of the Year award. I get disqualified from that. So,
Hmm.
but
I have to admit,
I don't
sometimes
do
some
any.
garlic powder, some onion powder
Yeah.
finds its way in
Yeah,
my food.
yeah. I don't do
I,
any
I
coffee though. I'm like one of a few people that I know that has never done coffee before. I like the smell of it. I like the aroma of it, but I just don't really get the taste of it. I think it's kind of an acquired taste, and I never
it is.
acquired it. So
Don't start. Don't start.
yeah, that's what it sounds like. If you're not hooked on coffee, don't start is kind of the message I
Lewis
get.
is like, don't start. And I'm like, come to the dark side.
Oh, I love it. I love it, Paul. Don't get me wrong. I
No,
miss
I
it.
get it. Totally.
I found
I'm
coffee
addicted.
was I think coffee was uh causing my blood sugar to be a little bit higher than I wanted it to be, and I think it was because of cortisol.
All right.
Because I was drinking like Amy, like cups and cups of coffee a day, and like I can chug a cup of coffee, like it was like nothing, you know.
For sure.
So like six days after I stopped, my blood sugar really came down, like into
Yeah.
the
And
70s,
that's the
which
thing with
was
me. It's like I can never take insulin prior to having a cup of coffee because it doesn't hit me the same no
mhm.
matter what. I can wake up each morning for 7 days. 2 out of the 7, my blood sugar will take a hike. 2 out of the 7 days, the other 2, it's like steady blood sugar. And then the other 3 days, my blood sugar drops. So who knows there's certain things out there that I can't predict what are going to happen with my blood sugar. So that gets a little.
The other night I did have a cup of decaf black with salt in it.
Were you kidnapped? Was that your code?
No, it was yeah, right. That was like wink if you need help. Um, it was fine. I did fine. My blood sugar was fine. I felt fine. It was a small cup of decaf coffee. It was
All
fine,
right.
and it was at like at a place So in my mind, I'm thinking this is probably not going to be decaf. Like, they say, yeah, we have decaf, and it's like it's the same pot in the back. But it was fine. It was okay.
Yeah, even when I was doing carnivore for those 11 months, I was still having coffee. So, I mean, like I say, I wasn't following the strictest protocol possible.
Hey, Amy, do you what's the status on the coaching thing?
Oh, so I'll find out August 1st if I make it into
Okay.
Dr. Barry's coaching program.
Wow.
I think I'm going to do it. I mean, I've obviously have to get my husband's buy-in, but
It's big
he
money.
pretty much said, you pretty much do what you want anyway. So,
All right, good. So you planted the
but
seed.
yeah. And I mean, I've been wanting to be a coach for years. My issue has been which program to go through. I mean, I looked at Maria Emmerich's program, and I don't know how Dr. Barry's will be, but I've heard that once you go through her program, you have to strictly follow like what she says. And she has very strict, her and Craig, they're fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
No,
But
you're
I'm
right.
the type of person, I pick things from Maria Emmerich. I pick things from Dr. Barry. I pick things from Dr. Kiltz. And there's a little bit different flavors to each thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Maria Emmerich was like, I think from what I've heard is you have to specifically follow every protocol to the T to get, to be in her coaching
If there is
almost
a
like-
product out there or whatever, and it's got this much of a ingredient that they deem bad,
No good. Right?
the whole product is done, and you cannot recommend it, and you can't barely
see,
talk about it in their groups. The thing that gets me, and I'm probably going to catch hell from this for saying this on a live, but I don't understand. I'm not even going to name names. I don't understand how there's a company that we all know that gets dogged on by the people that we were just talking about, but yet they're still like camaraderies and friends. I don't understand it. If somebody was dogging on my company, I'd be like, I want nothing to do with you. But
It's a business arrangement.
mm-hmm. Well,
some things ain't worth the money.
And my thing is,
Huh?
go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, I've had sponsorships in the past where I cut ties after 3 months because I just didn't like the direction of their company and what they were saying to the public and stuff like that. Where was I gaining a lot of money through the sponsorship? Yeah, but it just didn't want to align myself with it. So that's why I don't understand why, like, okay, this product has this much sucralose in it, and it's not even like the Splenda or the crappy sucralose, it's pure sucralose, but that makes the entire product bad. I'm like, how so?
I don't know, obviously Dr. Barry's certification, what it will be like, but knowing Dr. Barry, how he is very open to the whole spectrum from low carb to carnivore, I think it will be more forgiving. Amy,
I think so too, Amy.
Yeah.
Just given the fact of the way Nisha follows her diet, because I mean, she's not 100% carnivore, and she
neither is Dr. Barry.
No, and as you know, I've been keto successfully for 7 years, and I've lost 110 pounds.
Right.
And I haven't had a need to really be carnivore. So my idea of being a good coach is to get people, maybe they're going to be low carb, maybe they eat 100 carbs a day for a while. My journey progressed. I was like lazy keto to begin with. Then I went stricter keto. Then I went like ketovore. Then I went, and I was on ketovore for years, since 2021. And now I'm having some issues and I need to switch it up a little bit. So my mindset is you need to be able to support people at all spectrum of the proper human diet. And that's what I intend to do.
And that's Dr. Barry.
Yeah.
Yep. And so I don't want to be boxed in that, okay, maybe they need to get, a couple things off the shelf that are less carnivore, they're not even really keto, but maybe that's going to get them started, and over time they can
Mhm.
eliminate that from their diet. I just want to have an open mind and be a coach for the whole spectrum. And I know Kilt's had a coaching program, and someone sent me his link, but I wasn't familiar with it, and I wasn't sure if it would only be carnivore, based, or if his is keto
Dr.
centric.
Kiltz is he's open to keto, but the content is very carnivore.
I just found out he lives 45 minutes away from me.
Really?
Wow.
Nice. Go visit.
Do you all live in New York then? So, or
I
does
do.
he? Okay.
Oh, where do you live, Paul?
I live in Rochester.
Oh, cool, nice. My brother went to U of R.
Oh, gotcha.
I live in New York City.
I was going to ask you where you were from, Louis, because I heard you say coffee.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. I lived in Long Island for a short time.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I live in Queens, so I'm on
Gotcha.
Long Island. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think everybody needs to go carnivore, but I think you just need to figure out where on that spectrum works for you, and then don't be afraid to pivot as needed. When the time arises. That's kind of my approach. I mean, as much as I love carnivore and I preach it and stuff like that, I don't think everybody necessarily needs to go that way. Like when I go to the gym and I'm talking to people in the sauna, they're all on their own health journeys. A lot of them never heard of Dr. Barry. I ran into a guy that he's like a power lifter, bodybuilder, whatever, but he's managed to put his type 2 diabetes into remission just because he has a lot of muscle mass.
Yep.
So he can absorb his glucose and
Sugar.
fruit and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, that's really fascinating to me. I wasn't going to talk about carnivore. I wanted to learn more about because when I talked to him earlier, he had type 2 diabetes. He was on insulin, and his idea was to lift harder. And, he got the gains for it. And yeah, he's managing his type 2 diabetes through just having a lot of muscle.
Yep.
Like,
A lot
that's
of people I
cool.
saw in the Keto Gains group, which is the ketogenic powerlifter group on Facebook. A lot of people have reversed their type 2s just without medication, just with like you said it, Charlie,
Yeah.
doing the routines and stuff like that, and it just phased out.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a good point. Lynn points out, and she did say this, Maria said in that video she could lift more than a lot of the guys. So she's definitely
Yep.
strong. She's just lean. She's just
Yeah.
lean, and I think the issue is people are picking on her because they're calling her mean names, and people are mean. And she's very sensitive and has a lot of feelings because I've met her in person and we've cried together. So I mean, I know she takes that to heart a lot of what people say. So I don't know if her purpose of gaining weight is just to look not as thin, but she doesn't look anorexic to me. She looks thin and strong. You could see her muscles in her arms.
She's
Yeah.
also a very petite, short woman, right? She's not
She's
tall.
teeny.
Yeah,
No,
she's
and I'm
tiny.
tall.
I think that's also her frame.
Right.
Yeah,
She's
and I'm
small.
tall.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of us, and I thought I looked thin for my frame.
You
But
look
then when you
gigantic.
but okay, so my sister Janine is like the same size as Maria. So like it's like taking a picture with my sister because like I'm very tall, and then she's tiny. So I look like the Jolly Green Giant standing next to her. It was kind of cute.
I've seen the picture you posted, Amy, with her, and I was just like, geez, how tall is Amy or how short is Maria? And then I
Amy,
remember
how
playing
tall are you?
volleyball, she's taller.
Yeah,
How
I used
tall
to
are
be
you, Amy?
5'11". Well, I
Okay.
used to be 5'11" back in my volleyball days, but I've had some orthopedic surgeries, and everyone in my family shrinks. So I'm down to 5'9" now. I'm not as tall as I used to be, but I was at least tall during the years that I played volleyball, so that was good.
Too bad I didn't know you in the reverse co-ed days.
I know. I never liked playing doubles though. That was doubles in the sand is exhausting. There's just too much. I did it a couple times. I said never again. I'm playing quads.
You got to give yourself a 2-year commitment to really build up the endurance for it, and then figure out, because it's a whole different game than the indoor game.
Yeah, and at the time I had asthma. So like playing in the heat, in the sand, running that court, that it just killed me.
Right.
I mean, keto and carnivore is pretty much, my asthma. I have an inhaler, but I may use it a couple times a year if I'm around a cat I don't know or something. I have to use my inhaler, but I rarely have asthma anymore. I'm like, man, if I could, I would come out of retirement, but I have a terrible left hip, so I've had too many. Of course, I don't know, Paul. You're an inspiration because you've had a lot of orthopedic surgeries too, and you still play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, I was younger when I had the surgeries, and because I make money at my sport and it was my main source of income at the time, I was doing everything I could to get back on the court ASAP. And thank God I had my sponsorships that were paying my physical therapy and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
I had a big impetus to get back on the court because without that, I wasn't, winning tournament money and making my living doing it. So,
Right. Right. Whereas that's not me. I played volleyball till I was like 30, 32 maybe. And that's when I was starting to get heavy too. So I was still playing while I was getting heavy. But then I met my husband, and I just decided that was more of a single life person thing, and I got married, and that's kind of when I retired from. And then 3 years later, I was having my first hip surgery, so I was kind of done at that point. So awesome. So for all of you guys, I know we probably heard this before. What was the main reason for starting keto, carnivore, whatever? Lewis?
Type 2 diabetes.
Charlie?
I think just to kind of get over the food addiction, right? So, it wasn't like sugar per se that always got me. As always like the breads, pasta, all that food noise and stuff. I tried to moderate it before unsuccessfully and out exercise it, after the fact, but that didn't work. So, really switching over to carnivore was about, not having that food noise, and it's made a huge difference. So.
And Paul, did you
type
start
1
when you were
management.
diagnosed? Yeah, when you were diagnosed. Mine was I did Atkins 30 or 20 years ago before my wedding and lost 30 pounds like that. And then when I went to the hip surgeon in 2018, and he was going to do my second labral tear repair. I had a first labral tear repair 5 years earlier in my left hip, and I knew I was going on crutches. I'm like, there is no way I can crutch with no weight bearing as a 260-pound woman. There's no way. So I'm like, look, can you give me 6 months? Like, can we schedule? This was in the fall of 2018. Can you give me 6 months so I can lose as much weight as I can before the surgery? He's like, absolutely. And so by March or April of 2019, I had lost 60 pounds. So I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm like 200 pounds, 190, somewhere in there. I'm like, I can do this at 190 pounds. So mine was all triggered by orthopedic surgeries.
Interesting.
But I did it wrong in the beginning. I ate keto wrong. I was eating all grilled chicken breast and broccoli, and like my hair fell out. It was
low
yeah,
fat.
I was doing like low fat. It was weird.
That's what my mom does now because she can't eat fat because it's gonna give her heart attack.
And then my sister, I was like, if I eat one more grilled chicken breast and one more piece of steamed broccoli, I'm gonna like jump off a bridge or something. And so that's when she started. My sister I just found out like a couple months ago, my sister has been keto for 20 years secretly. And so I'm like, it's 20 years? How do we not know you were keto for 20 years? And so in 2018, she started sending me Dr. Berry videos and Maria Emmerich videos and All Day I Dream About Food recipes. She started sending me all the things. And so I'm like, oh, great. I can do this without just eating lean, low fat stuff. And so I would throw a bunch of different recipes in there. And taco pie, I probably could do taco pie on carnivore. It will just use a little bit of homemade taco seasoning is all, and some cheese. But it's just egg and ground beef, and there's some things I can add back in as a once in a while treat probably.
Yeah, I wonder if you could use like those egg life wraps and maybe fry that up in tallow or something. I mean, it's made out of pretty much egg whites. So
yeah, taco pie is actually, it's just ground beef in a pan with some taco seasoning. Okay. And then you throw some eggs on that, and you throw some cheese on that, and you bake it in a pie pan. And then you can put some sour cream on it. It's a casserole, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
That was one of the first things I started eating. And I mean, I could have my protein lasagna every once in a while too. If I, like Lewis said, like you can, honestly, I probably was really classified as a carnivore before I went carnivore, because I was eating mostly eggs and meat 3 or 4 days a week, and then maybe 2 days a week I'd throw a veg in there. I called myself ketovore to not get like scrutinized by the heavy.
It's fine. You do whatever you want to do.
Exactly. Stop labeling. Stop worrying about labels.
We're eating so much better than the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
If you have to use a label, use carnito, because ketovore is overused.
Right. Soon Dr. Berry will have a trademark.
Yes.
I'll never forget when Misha said that the very first time I ever heard her say that. I was just like, ketovore. Nah. Carnito. Hey, there we go.
Carnito, I like that. And I like keto or carny close enough. Didn't you coin that?
Enough.
I'm carny close enough.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And my friend Heath used to say carnivore adjacent.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's like still a ton more chat. I'm doing terrible with chat, guys. I'm very sorry.
We are distracting you.
Yes, I support Maria too. I fluctuate 5 pounds from morning to night. Yeah, I always weigh myself in the morning too, Sean. I think I just jumped. These are jumping. Oh, here we go. Vibration plate. Do any of you have a vibration plate? Mm-hmm. I don't, but I think that would be very good for me, because I have a balance board that you stand on. Because here's the problem with my left hip, right? I can leg press 180 pounds. I can leg press 180 pounds, which is just over my body weight, which probably isn't a lot, but I can leg press 180 pounds with my right leg. Guess how much I can leg press with my left leg? Like 5 pounds. So my left leg that I've had all these surgeries on is extremely weak, and I really need to get back in the gym and start working it, but it's always been weak. And so like when I get down to get in my cupboards, here comes the sun again. When I get down to get in the cupboards, I can't get back up. So I have to grab onto the counter to pull myself up because my hip issues. So I really need to go through physical therapy again, or
make sure you're doing abductors, adductors, Amy.
Yep. And I have to be very careful because I could risk another injury. My last injury, I was chopping a salad in my kitchen and I stepped wrong and I went down to the floor and my hip gave out and I tore my labrum again. Chopping a salad. So
Food Network competition in your future.
And and the second surgery, this sun is weird. I didn't know that was going to do that today. You guys probably, I don't know if you've seen my spider video or not, but the second surgery, I fell in the yard walking into a spider web and I went down, and that's why I had this second and third orthopedic surgeries.
Oh.
So, but the video is quite funny, and feel free to laugh at me because my sister says I watch that video daily when I need some humor. So, Cave Woman's here. Cave Woman has a new channel. If one of my moderators are here, maybe Evelyn can post her channel link. Oh, Cave Woman Diet. So she's new to the community too.
Can't eat salad.
She can't eat salad because it makes her ill. See, I love. Okay, so one of the things, this is interesting. One of the things that maybe you guys can all shed some light on this. One of the times that I would eat non-carnivore food, I'm very social. I'm very active. And a lot of times when you're social, you're in restaurants. And so a lot of times on the menu, the thing that's on the menu that I could have is a salad with some protein on it, right? A grilled chicken salad or whatever. But now I'm doing a strict carnivore and I'm really struggling to eat out at restaurants. And my friends are very gracious. They're like, okay, well, let's go to a breakfast joint, right? But I'm even trying to avoid seed oils. And so I'm kind of that person right now. Like, well, do you guys have bacon grease? Well, do you guys have lard? And they're like, no. So now, like, the only thing I can eat in a restaurant is like poached eggs and bacon. And it's like, can't I
Amy,
just
you're not going to
order?
avoid the seed oils in restaurants. You're just not.
Yeah.
I know.
Even if you really want to get down to the thick of it, even Buffalo Wild Wings, their tallow isn't exactly the greatest. So you do. I mean, as much as I hate quoting anybody, 90% is good enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do the best you can do. And I mean,
Exactly.
even the bacon is going to touch the grill that they put
Exactly.
seed oils on.
You can't
So, I
worry
mean,
about the small stuff. You just can't. You're going to drive
And-
yourself crazy if you
I
try
am.
to worry about
And
it.
I mean, I'm fortunate that I don't eat out like that a lot,
Right.
you know? So when I do eat out, that's what happens. But I do most of my cooking at home. Plus, it's much
Yeah, same here.
too expensive to eat out the way
Yeah.
we eat.
I mean, $10
You know?
for 2 tiny little eggs and like
I know.
2 pieces of
Forget it.
bacon. I could.
I'm starving after that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do. I go home and eat. Like, it's more of a
Yeah.
social thing for me, just so that
Yeah.
I'm not.
So I've gone out to social gatherings with friends and have basically just fasted. I said, hey,
Yeah.
this
Get a
is
drink.
kind of
Yeah.
weird, but I'm really here to enjoy your company, you know?
Mhm.
And, you know, I've already eaten or whatnot, or I'm fasting for the day, but, you know, I came here to enjoy your company. You know, I haven't seen you in a while, that kind of stuff. And it's taken me a long time to pivot to that, but that is the real reason why you are out on social gatherings or family events. It is to enjoy the presence of other people. And for me, if I'm eating foods that are less than optimal, then it's like I'm physically there, but then I'm mentally not there because, you know, my blood sugar is dipping and crashing and all that, you know, fun stuff. So I'd rather be my best self and, you know, enjoy your company. So that's just
Yeah,
kind of what I
I've
tell
gone
people,
to
and it's not
tons
weird.
of tons of holidays, fasted, and it depends on the setting too. There are some settings if sit down dinners are hard because everyone will notice you're not eating. But if it's like a walk around cocktail hour kind of thing, I sometimes will grab my wife's empty plate and just carry it, and no one knows I didn't eat.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Or even you don't even need that. You can just walk around and talk to just keep bouncing around to different groups of people, and they don't know. No one knows.
Right.
No one cares.
What?
No
What
one
did
The
knows.
only
Rick
time
say?
I
You
do
guys?
I think sometimes we think they'll make a bigger deal out of it than
Yes,
they
and they
actually
don't.
do. It's
Right.
in our heads, not their heads necessarily. So
And the only time I eat out these days, I'm a mystery shopper for a few restaurants up here, and it's like once every couple months, and
That's so cool.
that's it.
I want that job.
Yeah. Well,
So,
it's
Paul, how
it's
long
great that they pay for your dinner, but then you got to do the report afterwards.
have you lived in Rochester for?
I moved back here in 2004. I was born and raised here, and then I lived
Okay.
in. First, I went to college in Pennsylvania. Then I moved to Florida for a year. Then started my professional beach volleyball career out in California,
Oh
and
wow.
then moved back here after 14 years of being
So,
out there. 13 or 14.
are you sad that you can no longer eat a garbage plate?
I never ate them in the first place. My garbage plate was 2 cheeseburgers and French fries. I
They're
didn't do the
so
hot sauce. I
good.
didn't do the
I
mac
did.
salad. I didn't do any of that
I
crap.
did it all. It was so good.
What's
Yeah,
a
no.
what's a garbage plate?
So in Rochester, which is a city in upstate New York, there is this thing called a garbage plate, and they call it that because of the ingredients all piled on together. It looks like garbage. So just Google garbage plate, everyone watching at home. Rochester garbage plate. They are delicious, and it involves lots of meat, but also lots of carbs.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
It was
I just
put
never
out by
got.
a
I
company.
never.
Okay.
It was
I
put
get
out by
the
a company
context
called
now.
McTahoe's. It was
Yeah,
two
McTahoe.
brothers that started this dive restaurant kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then since then, because it's so I mean, it's been featured on Food Network and Cooking Channel and
Oh,
stuff
okay.
like that. But ever since that became popular, then all the diners and restaurants in our area have come up with their own versions of it.
Their
But
own twist on it, right?
yeah,
Right.
exactly. But everybody was like OG, like going to the #1 restaurant, which was down in the city. I mean, go down there at 2 a.m, get a garbage plate, and it's like,
After
okay,
drinking,
get to
it's
know
the
all
best.
the fun people that hang out around the joint.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds
Google that.
amazing, garbage
It's a lot.
plate. I'm
It's a
going
lot of
to.
fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's good.
Erin has a good idea here for me, and I think this is what I'm gonna have to do. She says drink the same amount of coffee, just water it down. So Paul is freaking out over
Doesn't make
here.
sense. No, bye, Erin. Erin's leaving. She's saying bye.
Oh,
In the
bye,
in the
Erin.
live chat. Yeah, that's
Amy, I gotta cut out to put the kid to bed,
Okay.
but thanks for having me on. And nice meeting you,
Thanks for
Lewis and
coming,
Paul.
Yes,
Charlie.
Charlie, good seeing you.
Take care, Charlie. Nice seeing you.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry. That's why I had to stop drinking coffee altogether because,
You can't water it down.
yeah, I don't even want to drink decaf. I don't want to be that person.
I won't drink decaf. I would quit coffee before I drink.
I make fun of those people.
Like I made the joke with Lewis earlier. If I order a
Yes.
decaf, it's because I've been kidnapped. I'm trying to signal to you.
Yes, it's a cry for help.
You want to hear a good joke? Decaf.
Yes. So Holly has a question for me. She says, Amy, do you have thyroid issues? I watched Dr. Kiltz's interview. Thyroid doc said not to take iodine if you have thyroid issues. I stopped taking the iodine and it broke a 2-year stall it broke a year stall that I was in. So I've been tested and my thyroid function was normal. Honestly, I mean, I probably should get it tested again. My sister has the same thing Nisha has. What does Nisha have?
Hashimoto's.
Hashimoto's, hyperthyroidism. And she takes iodine and she's fine. But my thyroid function was normal. Honestly, sorry guys, plug your ears, but I think it's just menopause. I think what I'm going through is just brain fog from menopause, and my hormones are not right. And I'm too scared to take hormone replacement therapy because breast cancer runs rampant in my family, and no doctor can tell me. Like, I want to know, and I ask every doctor this: if you put me on something with estrogen in it, is that going to increase my risk of cancer? And they're like, probably. So guess what? I'm just going to do carnivore and see if that helps, and suffer like women suffered in the caveman times. That's my plan. Sorry, guys.
Well,
but that's the long and short of it.
I'm happy to hear that you have a plan to suffer.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's correct, but as
out.
far as I know, I don't have a thyroid issue. I just think I think it's hormones is what I think. And so I do too much.
I'm going to drop out. It is getting dark. I'm going to go for my walk.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to end the live stream soon. I'm sorry, I have not gotten through the entire chat list, but I'm not good. Oh, wait. One other thing. Here's Cave Woman's channel. Please check her out. She's new. And she needs... it's Meat Lover Gal. She needs some...
All right, let me click on that. Thank you, Evelyn, for the link.
Oh, Lexi's here too. Lexi, you should have come on.
She just jumped in.
Come on.
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah. Next time, come on. I think I'm going to end the chat though, because it is 8:30. We've been on for an hour and a half, and I'm not Rick. I can't do 6 hours.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, this was a blast. I plan on doing this more often, just because cooking on the live stream every week is challenging, especially now that I'm carnivore, because you really don't make recipes when you're carnivore. So if I make something,
you're cooking and you're done.
Yeah. There's like, you guys don't want to see me scramble eggs, or I am going to do a recipe next week, but you don't want to see me fry a frozen burger patty. Nobody needs to see that. Like,
Your pork
so
belly
I'm probably
video
gonna
was
do
really good at 2 a.m. the other night. I was ready to jump in the kitchen and like start cooking at 2 a.m.
the pork belly. I'm telling you, I made pork belly in the oven. It's good, but the pork belly in the smoker, that's game changing. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
I had some
Now,
the other day. It was delicious.
now I did put rub on it because I made that before I was carnivore. So like I made that a week. It just took me 3 weeks to edit that video because YouTube
okay.
YouTube is challenging, and if you're busy like me, like who's got time for video editing? Not me. But the pork belly in the smoker was amazing, I have to say.
Yeah.
But it took all day. So I mean, the pork belly in the oven.
I'm doing lion diet technically, but the other day I had some pork belly. I smoked it for my wife wanted it. I smoked it. It took all day. It took like 5 hours. I smoked it for, and it was delicious. It was like perfect. Yeah.
And brown some butter and dip it in that. Oh man, that is like.
Yeah, I gotta try that brown butter dipping sauce for the next time I make it.
I made a sauce, but I'm like, the sauce wasn't real good. The sauce I made with it wasn't real good. I'm like, I would just prefer brown butter.
Just brown butter.
That's why I fried it brown butter.
You don't even need a sauce. You don't even need a sauce.
No, you don't. You don't.
It's so delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Normally, I do homemade ranch with mine just because I'm a ranch freak.
Oh yes. All right.
I'd rather have an espresso.
Yeah. Everyone's saying goodbye, so I think we're going to end this live stream. And thank you, Louis and Paul and Charlie, for coming on tonight and being brave.
Sorry,
yeah, Paul, nice meeting you.
Yeah, you as well, Louis.
Yeah, a fellow New Yorker.
New Yorker.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for more of these. I don't know when, because I can only think like a day or two ahead of time, but I'm going to be doing more open mic nights. That's about all I can handle right now is a couple days in advance. So
yeah.
Stay tuned for the future, and thank you, everybody. You all have a good night.
See you tomorrow.
All right. Bye.
See you later.
Bye, guys.